here from Progressive Mobility here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Today we're going to be going over two exercises in conjunction with one another that are going to help to open up the hips both in the sagittal plane and then in the coronal plane. And we're going to use a kettlebell to help us bring some load into those ranges of motion so we can stimulate the nervous system being under load in those ranges to help with lunges, squats, hip thrusters, and different motions like that that can challenge the hip in larger ranges of sagittal plane motion and coronal plane motion. So for this exercise, you want to have a kettlebell, typically a heavier kettlebell, like maybe 26 to 30 pounds for larger individuals. For individuals that have more petite structure, we can use like a 15-pound kettlebell, which is what I'm using here. So you're going to start in the half kneeling position. My knee is under my hip and my opposite leg is out into this half kneeling position. I want to make sure that my knee is in line with my front of my pelvis. If you get any pinching sensations during this motion, you can also bring your leg out to the side a little bit to account for the structure of your hip anatomy. So I want to tuck my toes. I'm going to grab that weight and I'm going to hold it right here in front of my quad. I'm going to sink into a lunge, holding that weight just along the inside of my thigh and back. For me, I feel a little bit more comfortable if I bring my leg slightly out to the side, so that's what I'm going to do. And here. So I'm loading myself into hip flexion on this left leg here, going into that position nice and controlled. Now we have a larger amount of hip flexion if we do like a front foot elevated reverse lunge or barbell back squat. So I'm loading my hip into that motion to stimulate the nervous system and get prepped for that position. From this position now we can move out of the sagittal plane. We're going to move into the coronal plane a little bit. We're going to go side to side motion. So here I have my leg out. So if this is straight forward, I'm going to have it rotated out 90 degrees to the left. I'm going to hold the weight in between my legs now. My downside leg is going to push into the floor and away, and then I'm going to shift myself into this position here. So now we're working in that side to side plane. So pushing into this position here, loading my hips, particularly my adductor and my interior muscles along the inside of my thighs, and loading into this position. This would be really good if you're going to be doing like lateral lunges, barbell lateral lunges, or if you're going to be doing a dumbbell or kettlebell lateral lunges, sinking into this position. It's going to help open up that motion. So show it again here on the opposite side. We'll go sagittal, forward, backward first, sinking into that motion, using the weight to help pull me into position, and then out to the side here. Typically for this, try to have each rep take about 5 seconds so you can increase your brain's awareness and exposure to being under tension for longer periods of time. Hit 6 to 8 reps on each leg, twice through each motion, front and back, side to side. Give this a try before you get into your lower body day, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of lower body push. Leave a comment on this YouTube page channel. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube page as well, at Progressive Mobility. Leave some comments and questions if you have any. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.